From the moment reports surfaced detailing Caleb Williams' embrace of Ben Johnson's approach, the energy around the Bears offseason has felt electric. There's something undeniably powerful about a young quarterback stepping into a new environment and immediately demonstrating respect and engagement. Williams didn't merely attend his head coach's introductory press conference. He showed up alongside teammates like DJ Moore, signaling that he understood the weight of his new role as the face of this franchise. It might be easy to downplay the significance of a simple flight into town, but in an era when first impressions can set the tone for an entire season, that small gesture spoke volumes about his commitment. In the weeks that followed, Williams could be found around practice facilities more often than not. That presence allowed Johnson, offensive coordinator Declan Doyle, and quarterbacks coach JT Barrett to build relationships organically, laying the groundwork for candid, sometimes tough conversations when organized workouts commenced. Two areas emerged as focal points for improvement: body language and pre-snap procedure. Neither criticism came from malice. If anything, both were offered with the intention of elevating Williams' performance to match his immense talent. Body language, particularly the manner in which a quarterback carries himself after a punishing sack, matters more than casual observers might realize. After 17 games and countless hits, it would have been understandable for Williams to linger a moment longer before rising. He was a rookie under constant fire, and fans saw glimpses of frustration in his posture. Yet the coaching staff believed that to truly lead this team, he needed to embody resilience at every turn. Coaches showed him footage, moments when a delayed recovery told a story of weariness that could trickle through the sidelines. In today's social media-driven world, even a single still frame can go viral, crafting narratives that stick. By setting the bar high early on, Johnson aimed to instill a standard of toughness, an expectation that Williams would greet every obstacle head-on and keep the focus squarely on sustaining momentum rather than nursing a bruised ego. The second area of focus, pre-snap discipline, reveals the minute details that differentiate good offenses from great ones. Turnovers of motion, missed alignments, or false start penalties are rarely the fault of a lone quarterback, yet they fall under his remit because he is the one who must recognize shifts in coverage and communicate adjustments. A single misread or delayed check can cascade, leading to stalled drives and lost opportunities. Early reports noted a few such instances last season, and while the offense as a whole struggled, the staff believed that shoring up these finer points would streamline operations and reduce self-inflicted wounds. In a league where half the battle is mental, sharpening pre-snap processing stood out as a quick gain for an offense desperate for consistency. Critics might argue that these are loftier expectations for a 23-year-old in just his first NFL campaign, but that's precisely why leadership matters. Williams was never one to shy away from challenge. He played every snap last season, absorbed media scrutiny with grace, and used criticism as fuel rather than an excuse to fold. From Chicago's chaotic locker rooms to brutal road performances, he rarely wavered. Yes, there were moments when fatigue and frustration showed, but viewed in the larger context of a rookie season filled with turbulent offensive line play and shifting schemes, his overall composure was striking. Beyond drills and film rooms, Williams has sought out veteran guidance, most notably from Case Keenum. The addition of Keenum to the quarterback room was no accident. It was a strategic move to bring in a seasoned professional who could offer wisdom in those rare after-hours interactions when league rules limit official coaching. Williams has reportedly leaned on Keenum as though he were another coach, picking his brain on Reed's footwork and sideline adjustments. Even Coach Johnson has celebrated Williams' curiosity, citing daily examples of throws and decisions that underscore exactly why he went first overall. Off the field, Williams' stock is rising, and long-term believers are piling in. The Bears have backed him wholeheartedly, investing in top offensive coaching, retooling the offensive line, extending key veterans like Edge and Jackson, and adding dynamic skill position talent in the draft and free agency. Every move signals a franchise determined to build around its chosen leader. If Williams' work ethic, love of study, and competitive fire translate into on-field production, those investments could pay dividends well beyond this season. Now, as organized team activities heat up, all eyes will be on how these off-season developments manifest on the practice field. Will Williams' body language exude toughness? Will his pre-snap cadence be crisp and mistake-free? And most importantly, how will he marry his natural gifts with the discipline and attention to detail demanded by this new coaching staff? If the baseline of last year was merely the floor, the question becomes not if he can improve, but how high he can soar. In a league without true ceilings, the ceiling for Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears may very well be a legacy redefined. As organized team activities kicked off, the energy around Hallis Hall has felt palpable, as though every member of the organization senses that this season could mark the turning point. Caleb Williams, having impressed during rookie minicamp with his laser-sharp accuracy on quick game throws and his willingness to stay late poring over coverage shells, has already begun laying the foundation for what could be a defining campaign. Beyond the spotlight moments, such as the pinpoint back shoulder throw he uncorked in red zone 7-on-7 drills, what stands out most is his unrelenting focus on process. Instead of celebrating every highlight throw, he hustles back to the huddle, barking out the next play, eyes still blazing with attention. In every walkthrough rep or run-through of the RPO package, Williams exudes the sense that he doesn't just want to win, he wants to master every nuance of the offense. Meanwhile, coaches and teammates alike have praised his approach to learning. After practice, Williams can regularly be found sprinting toward the sideline whiteboard where Ben Johnson and Declan Doyle have broken down the day's schematic wrinkles. He'll ask specific questions about leverage reads or micro adjustments in track routes, then retreat to the film room to study the same reps frame by frame. As the quarterback's room empties towards sunset, his shadow remains, often joined by Case Keenum, offering quiet counsel about footwork and timing. Sources around the building suggest those informal film sessions have become a daily ritual, cementing a relationship that far exceeds what the CBA permits in formal instruction. It is here, in these unscripted moments, that Williams' raw potential has begun to meet the precision demanded by NFL coaching. Yet his growth is not confined to the intangible. The newly fortified offensive line, featuring veteran reinforcements and young draftees, has enabled Williams to showcase his mobility in controlled drills. He has improved his slide technique, showing greater awareness of how to protect himself on scramble drills without sacrificing yardage. In one session, he broke the pocket cleanly, buying time with a decisive shoulder plant before rifling a deep sideline ball to a streaking receiver. That throw drew an audible gasp from the stands, a reminder that his arm talent remains elite. But it was what he did immediately afterward, remounting the pocket to finish the play in rhythm, that reflected the offseason's emphasis on marrying explosiveness with discipline. Beyond the practice fields, the broader team moves have underscored the franchise's belief in Williams as its centerpiece. The front office's decision to extend 2 cornerstone linemen signified a dual commitment to protecting its young quarterback and maintaining a culture of cohesion. Meanwhile, selections of athletes in the draft who fit the offense's tempo-driven style, coupled with late-round steals in the secondary, have signaled a willingness to build complementary pieces around Williams' unique skill set. Each move seems carefully calibrated to give him the best tools for success, whether that's a sabermetric-inspired slot receiver who excels in contested catch situations, or a run-game specialist who can turn a quick handoff into chunk yardage off a The field, the franchise, has embraced the opportunity to amplify Williams' burgeoning brand. In team media shoots, he appears alongside established stars, projecting confidence and approachability. Social media content featuring him breaking down recent game tape clips has generated buzz, with coaches noting that fans have responded enthusiastically to the quarterback's analytic breakdowns. The organization's willingness to lean into his personality has created a narrative of collaboration rather than lone wolf stardom. He is the engine, but every cog in the machine is celebrated. This collective emphasis aligns with Williams' own declarations that success is measured not solely by touchdown passes, but by how he elevates those around him. Of course, preseason will be the crucible in which all these offseason developments face their first true test. Will Williams carry the same composure into the noise of a stadium pried open by 60,000 roaring fans? Can he maintain his pinpoint accuracy when the pocket collapses under the weight of a 3rd and short rush? And perhaps most importantly, will the attention to detail that defined these spring and summer sessions translate into tangible gains between the hashes when every yard matters? Coaches insist they have seen enough to believe in positive answers. Teammates have expressed confidence that the quarterback's work ethic is contagious, pushing every unit to match his intensity. Meanwhile, rivals are already adjusting their scouting reports, inserting new sections on Williams' pre-snap cadence variations and his quick-release mechanics. Opposing defensive coordinators have reportedly spent hours projecting how to disguise coverage and create pressure in new ways, a tacit acknowledgement that the Bears are determined to protect their franchise quarterback at all costs. The league's film analysts note that even in half-speed walkthroughs, Williams' eyes rarely stray from the defensive alignment, as though he is perpetually conducting a chess match in real time. As training camp approaches, the full complement of veteran voices, both on the roster and in coaching boxes, will converge to guide Williams' maturation. He will be tested by adversity, by breakdowns in communication, by the inevitable growing pains of an offense striving to gel under a new regime. Yet if his early season progress is any indication, he will meet each obstacle as another opportunity to refine his craft. More than any single statistic or highlight reel, it is the incremental strides, cleaned up footwork on bootlegs, sharper snap count discipline, the subtle nods of affirmation to linemen after a successful protection assignment, that offer the clearest promise of lasting success. The question no longer is whether Caleb Williams belongs on an NFL field. It is how high he can elevate every teammate, every coach, and every fan who dares to envision a Bears resurgence. With meticulous preparation, veteran mentorship, and a coaching staff unwilling to compromise on details, the stage is set for a narrative that could redefine both player and franchise. As the calendar inches closer to kickoff, anticipation builds not around a single game or a lone performance, but around the unfolding journey of a young quarterback determined to turn potential into legacy. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In what could become one of the most shocking moves in recent NFL history, rumors are swirling around the possibility of Patrick Mahomes signing a record-breaking contract with the Chicago Bears. While nothing has been officially confirmed, several anonymous league insiders have hinted that negotiations between Mahomes' camp and the Bears are far more advanced than previously thought. The Kansas City Chiefs' superstar quarterback, widely regarded as the face of the NFL and one of the most talented players of his generation, has long been considered untouchable in trade or free agency talks. However, recent developments suggest that the Chicago Bears are making an unprecedented push to land Mahomes, reportedly offering a contract that could eclipse all previous records for a quarterback in NFL history. According to sources close to the situation, the Bears are willing to reshape their entire offensive scheme around Mahomes, promising him not just financial incentives, but also a significant say in personnel decisions and offensive strategy. The move would signal a complete reset for a franchise that has struggled for years to find a long-term solution at quarterback. While fans in Chicago are cautiously optimistic, others around the league are skeptical. Some analysts suggest that this may be nothing more than an elaborate negotiation tactic by Mahomes' representatives to leverage even more favorable terms from the Chiefs. Others believe that Mahomes, after years of success in Kansas City, may be intrigued by the challenge of turning around one of the NFL's most historic yet recently underperforming franchises. The financial details of the rumored contract are staggering, with figures suggesting a deal worth upwards of $600 million over a 10-year period. An offer that would not only make Mahomes the highest paid player in NFL history, but also set a new precedent for how franchises invest in the quarterback position. For now, the NFL world can only speculate. Neither Mahomes nor the Chiefs have made any public statements regarding the rumors, and the Bears front office has declined to comment. Whether this is a legitimate possibility or simply another offseason rumor blown out of proportion remains to be seen. One thing is certain, if Patrick Mahomes does indeed sign with the Chicago Bears, it would send shockwaves throughout the league and alter the NFL landscape for years to come. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.